Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Let's Go Places, our signature show that we've been doing now for 12 years. And it's here live in the presence of some people walking around in the showroom here at Team Toyota, 746 East Lincoln Highway, WBCB 1490. You can listen to it on YouTube as well. Bree, our engineer, is here. My sidekick, Charlie, is. You look alive today, Charlie.
I got kicked out of bed this morning.
You did.
Yeah.
Remember, we're on the air, Charlie.
Yeah, me and my wife haven't talked for 2 weeks.
You're kidding me. Why?
Yeah, yes, I couldn't get a word in edgewise.
That's true.
This is the excitement. That's true. That is true.
Oh,
Joe.
God, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, this is the excitement that we bring to you, our listeners, on WBCB every fourth Wednesday at 10 a.m. We have a special guest. I want to thank Paul Muller, the sponsor of all of our shows. He understands the value and sees the value, how we increase the awareness, the courageous efforts of our police, fire, our military. And today we will, in sync, bring you a guest that has a lot to do with our military, Mr. Matt Allen. Matt, thanks for joining us today.
Tom, thanks for having me.
Oh,
It's an honor to be here for you.
yeah, it's a pleasure to have you. You know that. And Joe Saffron, the president and chair the president of many, many companies. You're just a multi-talented individual. Joe Saffron, the chairman of our Bucks County Tour of Honor. We're going to talk about the event that we had April 15th. I can't believe it's 9 days from today. It's already 9 days it has passed. But a great show. But once again, I want to thank Paul Muller. I also want to point out to one of our avid watchers, listeners, Terry and Frank Colosi. Frank is a Levittownite in the close region here. Frank's in his garage right now, has his boob tube on or his little radio, and listens to all of our shows. I want to thank Frank for that. His wife, lovely wife Terry, is wandering around Canada, doing a little touring out there, while Frank watches Lily, their dog. So a special shout out to Frank and Terry Colosi. They listen to us all the time. But a lot to talk about today. Different issues. Election day was yesterday. Did everyone vote?
Of course.
Of course.
Get your vote out, because if you
Lost
didn't,
my sticker.
you lost your sticker. I voted.
I voted.
You
I
did,
voted.
Matt?
I
Good.
did.
Yeah. I know they put those stickers on so that people can come up to you.
Denise and I were the first ones there at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Well, you were
But
polling.
I had to go to work. Yeah.
You were working right
They put
there at the
They,
polls.
they put the sticker on it so when you look in the mirror, you can remember that you voted.
That's true.
That's
And
my
you
name.
can't vote
my
twice.
name
I'm
tag.
not there yet.
No, you're in good shape,
Yeah.
Matt. That's for sure. But Election Day was yesterday. We're going to talk about the Tour of Honor April 15th, but a main focus on our special guest today, Joe, as you know, Matt Allen went to accompanied us
He
as
was
a
a
veteran.
participant. He's been a participant since he took over the Veterans Office in Doylestown. He's been working with us all along, and, good choice.
Excellent choice.
Good man.
A very good man.
Yeah,
A
this
veteran
was
of
my
many years.
second year doing it.
Yeah.
I used
Time
to,
goes by, don't it?
with the sheriff's office, I was able to do the police escort from Ben Salem all the way down to D.C. And then last year, actually riding on the bus with the Vietnam and World War II veterans. It was humbling and actually a great experience seeing that those guys and gals still act like the military does today. The camaraderie that they still have is amazing, and the jabs that each of them would give to each other was quite comical.
We
So,
couldn't repeat.
You know you're going to get a job now.
yeah,
You know why?
I'm
Because you said World War II and Vietnam.
Oh, boy.
You forgot the guys in the middle.
Oh,
Korea.
Korea.
the forgotten war.
That's
You're right.
it.
The forgotten war. Good
Yeah.
point.
Of course, we can't tell anybody the jabs. Not on air anyway.
Not
no,
on the air.
No, definitely not.
No, that's not really a good. That's not a good venue for us to be sharing
No.
That's one of the-
particular jokes.
That's one of the special parts of the
Yeah.
trip. To
But-
listen to them guys.
Oh my God.
And women too. Let's not leave them out.
Yes.
They come up with some good ones
Oh,
too.
they absolutely do. But the respect that they provide for each other, and the unity, is something that characteristic should be practiced by a lot of our political leaders. Although there are differences, Matt, as you know, Charlie, Joe. there's many differences. That's what makes this world or this country so special. The democracy that we have and the freedom of speech. But when it comes time to make decisions that are going to benefit, our communities, our neighborhoods, provide safety, everyone needs to band together and forget about take their parties and put them down for a minute. We're all Americans, as I always have mentioned to Charlie. We're all Americans, and we need to make a decision that makes sense, regardless of who comes up with the best point. Right, Matt?
Absolutely. It's funny seeing while serving on active duty, each branch is very prideful of their own branch: Navy, Air Force, Marines,
Coast Guard, right?
Space Force.
Space Force. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't. He's learning not to
We
forget.
met some of them.
Seeing a Space Force guy down in D.C. In full uniform was definitely mimicked the Star Trek uniform, but
Yeah.
it was great to see them down there. But once military personnel get off active duty or retire or whatever it may be, they don't forget about their relationships with the other branches. You're not just a Marine or a Navy veteran, you're a veteran. They forget about the branches and everyone comes together, and I think that's remarkable to see in this position now, and helping them out in any way that I can is what my goal is and what my mission is now. going forward.
Absolutely. Let's dig into it a little bit. What, as you pointed out, what do you do at present, each and every day when you come in? Your main responsibilities, which are, obviously a giant task. 34,000 veterans in Bucks County, and counting.
Yeah, each day there's roughly 12 to 20,000 veterans that come off active duty. So my goal is to make sure that those veterans are taken care of. We have the whole entire county covered. We have an office in Levittown, an office in Doylestown, and an office in Quakertown. And they're by appointment only, but you can still walk in if someone's there. We can address the needs of the veteran. We file disability claims for veterans who sustained any sort of disability while serving, or mental health issues that they may or may not have. That's our goal, is to make sure that those veterans are taken care of. The spouse that the service member passed away, the spouse may be entitled to some compensation as well. So Betty, who's been in this position for 24 years, she's pretty much the engine that drives, and I'm just the shell of the Corvette, I guess you can say.
What a humble statement, but
Yeah.
it's a lot more responsibilities that you're.
That's what I was going to say. When he walks in the office, he says, "Betty, where we at?"
Yeah, absolutely.
What's going on?
Absolutely. And when I came in, I had some ideas and some goals, and I have to throw this out there. Montgomery County is the first county that presented the state of Pennsylvania with this veterans response team, and I was presented this idea through the current sheriff, Fred Horan, with an idea, and I took it and ran with it. Veterans see things that the average citizen doesn't see, whether they've served in Vietnam or Iraq, Afghanistan, Somalia, any other area where hostile acts are geared towards the United States, and they see things that the average person don't see: bullets flying over their head, explosions, IEDs, guerrilla warfare in Vietnam. However, the tactics were done in Korea, World War II, D-Day, which is coming up on June 6th. There's a lot of different things that these veterans see that the average person don't see, and this veterans response team is going to hopefully help with those veterans dealing with whatever they need: homelessness, crisis, reducing the 302s that are currently going on with veterans, reducing the criminal charges that they deal with it by engaging in certain behavior that may be a norm now to help them cope with whatever mental health things that they're dealing with. So this veterans response team will kick off June 6th and 7th. That's our initial training. And there's 25 police officers throughout this county that the class is already filled up, and we're going to give them the tools and resources so that when they respond to a call, they have empathy. It's not just a quick respond to a call and then bounce to the next call. They take their time with the veteran in need so that one, the veteran feels that they are taken care of.
Yes, yes. There's a lot of misunderstood experiences out there. And explain to our listeners 302. Now, as a police officer, I understand what the 302 commitments are. And often they're misunderstood. They should, or we now with the training in this Veterans Response Team, will have the effectiveness to mitigate some of the, some of the actions and some of the decisions that are made by doctors out there.
Yeah, so a 302 is an involuntary commitment to a mental health facility. Family members, police officers, doctors can facilitate this 302 at any time during the process. Not just a veteran, anyone can change it to a 201, which is a voluntary commitment to a mental health facility.
Right.
And what that does is it can interrupt the person's day-to-day operations. I know Bucks County is a big gun-carrying county, and what a 302 does is prevents that person from potentially carrying weapons going forward. This program and initiative will give the veteran added resources that the police officer may not know about, that they can present to the veteran and help them out. We have the Bristol Vet Center. We have Veterans Alliance, which is a new initiative, a nonprofit organization that helps with the family. A 22-year-old kid comes home from Iraq or Afghanistan, and there's no resources for mom and dad. Bill Navarre is the founder of the Veterans Alliance, and he implemented this program to help with the mom and dads throughout this county and area, to give them counseling and resources to deal with a veteran a son or daughter, coming home and is going through it. So this program definitely helps out. We have the Philadelphia VA. We have direct communications with the Philadelphia VA to call them up if we're dealing with a veteran in crisis, and we have direct communications with the VA that we can bypass the emergency room, which any time you go to an emergency room down there, it's 3, 4, 5 hour wait before you can even see the mental health facility. And this program will bypass the emergency room wait and get you right into the mental health facility. 2 incidents happened in the past 6 months where this program really didn't start yet, so I was essentially the responding person to go to these 2 incidents. I won't throw out any names, but I went to this one call, and we called the VA. We, with the sheriff's office, transported this individual down to the VA. I did a warm handoff with the Philadelphia VA Police Department and got the veteran right into the mental health facility. Another incident happened where I got a call that a veteran's intoxicated and going through it. I went out to this house, and I spent 3 hours with the family. He didn't need to go to the mental health facility, but just showing that, one, I care and I'm here to help you in any way I can, went a long way. And the gentleman fell in hard times, lost his job, and the very next day after I left his house, got a call he was hired by a law enforcement agency. So,
oh my God, that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal. And, when you look at the large group that you're responsible for, this is one incident that took in the household a few hours for you to sit down and quell the storm a little bit. And he probably, I'm sure he did realize that there was sincerity there and that there are people that really do want to help.
Yeah, when I go out to these houses or wherever I go, I genuinely care. When I left the sheriff's office and took this position, I didn't know what I was getting into, and I have more of a sense that my mission now isn't about myself. It's about helping the 34,000 veterans that are here in Bucks County. This is a team effort. I have a team with my department, and also there's other organizations in the county. Like Joe here, I'm running the Tour of Honor. That goes a long way to those Vietnam, Korean, and World War II veterans. So it's amazing what the community does for the veterans here in Bucks County.
Oh, absolutely. More to hear from Matt Allen. A lot more to hear. Joe Saffron as well. And Charlie, you're talking too much, so try and slow down a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, try and slow your phones. Everything's working real well today. Here at Let's Go Places at 746 East Lincoln Highway, Team Toyota. Our office for our location for the Bucks County Tour of Honor as well, Matt, upstairs. And we'll return after a few words from our sponsors. Don't go anywhere. We have a lot more to share with you, especially if you're a family member of a veteran or a veteran. We'll return in a few moments.
It's a new year at Team Toyota, and we're still here for you. With new Toyota models arriving weekly with no markups above MSRP. And with selection, with over 200 certified Toyotas and used cars for every budget, you can drive one home today. And with service, check out our seasonal specials that will save you time and money. So Happy New Year, we're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills, or at teamtoyota.net.
Are you a parrot head? Not that kind. That's more like it. If you're this kind of parrot head, don't forget to check out the Denny-O Polka Show every Saturday from 9 a.m. to noon right here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
Hi, this is Mayor Jeff Martin of Hamilton Township, inviting you to tune in to our monthly radio show, This Month in Hamilton. Video stream live the 4th Tuesday of every month at 10 a.m. at WBCB1490.com. We will be featuring various guests from Hamilton Township to keep you up to date on what's going on in Hamilton.
Thanks for hanging in there. We're back with Let's Go Places. I'm Tom Mellon, your host. I've been doing this show for 12 years and love every minute of it, and how important it is, I understand, and our listeners do, for the guest speakers, the professionals that dedicate it's not just a 40-hour-a-week job. It's dedication to serving the veterans, as we're pointing out and as you're hearing today with Matt Allen. Let's talk a little bit about the support you receive from some of the agencies, Matt. There's so many of them.
Yeah, so the biggest support that I have is with the Chief of Police Association here in Bucks County. Without them, this VRT program or Veterans Response Team wouldn't be possible. What this program does is it trains police officers who are veterans, giving them added tools and resources to respond to a veteran in any way, whether it's homelessness, financial issues, crisis, engaged in criminal activity. This program is geared towards helping these veterans, and also with a mindset of trying to reduce the veteran suicide rate. Last year we had 2 veterans commit suicide.
Too many.
Too many. And across the United States, 22
Oh, my God.
a day commit suicide.
A day? Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, so our goal is to try to reduce that. And it's one day at a time, one veteran at a time, and hopefully next year we don't have any that commit suicide.
No, you're right. My brother-in-law, God rest his soul, had passed away this year. Joey English was in the Marine Corps, the 10 Offensive, Da Nang, real bad areas of intense warfare that went on. And when he came home, he was a different person and just really couldn't cope in many ways. Jerry, my wife, would walk up behind him just to say hello or whatever, and he would freak. I mean, I have no idea, no comprehension as to how this occurs and what it does, but the impact and the atrocities that they've witnessed over there, they meaning our veterans, it's hard to even imagine and comprehend.
Yeah, people don't think about the families back home because they're serving as well. Their loved one, father, son, husband, wife, daughter, boyfriend, girlfriend, they're all back home waiting for that person to come back. And in many cases, the veteran comes home different than when they went away. And like I said earlier, they see things that the average person doesn't see.
We'll never see. That's true. To keep our safety here and security.
Absolutely.
Which is why we do what we're doing for them.
Yeah, and again, at any point you can reach out to my office up in Doylestown. My cell phone, my work cell phone, I keep on all the time. And at any point, my wife gets a little annoyed that sometimes I get a call at 8 o'clock and I answer it.
God bless you.
I don't turn the work off because, again, yeah, I may be all right now, but there's veterans that are in the county and in the community that need help. So I'll do whatever I can to make sure that that veteran is taken care of.
God bless you for what you're doing. That number, did you want to reach out to some of our veterans who may be listening that may need some help? Your work number?
Yeah, so the work number is 267-379. Give me 1 second.
Sure.
7609. That's 267-379-7609 is the work number. And in the office, it's 215-345-3881. That's the direct line to get in touch with me. If you are trying to get a veterans response team member out to wherever you're at, you can either contact your local police department to see if they participate in the veterans response team or contact my office. Right now we will have cross-jurisdiction lines where if, let's just say, someone in Tullytown is going through something and they don't participate or don't have someone that's part of the VRT program, Bristol Township or Marsville or Bristol Borough will send an officer over to Tullytown and help that veteran out if I'm unavailable at that time. So I'll probably be involved in most cases. If I'm not involved in the initial response, the follow-up is what I'll be involved in.
Sure. And there's a lot of time spent on follow-up to make certain that you're successful with whatever treatment is necessary for our veterans.
Absolutely.
Are you thinking with Philadelphia Police? Would they be able to eventually come into this class?
So Dennis Basmagian, who is the major for the Philadelphia VA Police Department, he is trying to start up the Philadelphia Police Department's Veterans Response Team. Like I said, Montgomery County already has one. They have been doing this for about 2-3 years now. Newcastle County, Delaware, the whole state is covered through Newcastle County, Delaware's Veterans Response Team. And Delaware County will be starting up a Veterans Response Team. I make this joke, but the 3 counties were kind of in a rush to be the second county, and Bucks County prevailed.
Yeah.
Sure.
And like I said, the sheriff called myself and my boss, Rachel Neff, Director of Human Services, to a meeting to kind of discuss the Veterans Response Team, and then I took it and ran with it. And the training team that's associated with the Veterans Response Team is myself, Corporal Todd Kessler with the Sheriff's Office, Tom Ruskowski with Behavioral Health and Developmental Programs here with the county. We have Dennis Basmagian, like I said, the major with the Philadelphia VA Police Department. Kevin Carr-Lemke, which is a social worker with the Philadelphia VA Mental Health Facility, and Nicole Wolf. I don't know if you've heard of Nicole Wolf. She has developed a crisis intervention training here in Bucks County and is like the #1 person for that program.
Her background is probably very extensive as well.
It is. And that's really where I hone in on and why I wanted Nicole Wolf on it is she has been doing the CIT training for so many years that I wanted her part of this training team and to help with any logistical needs that we have, and her passion for mental health and figuring out ways to help people is inspiring.
That's a show in itself. We should bring her back with you so that she can cover a lot of her responsibilities as well.
Yeah, her and Tom Ruskowski are both the CIT individuals now. And Tom, who's a Marine, is like my right-hand man. Every time I ask him for creating a logo or creating a flyer, within an hour, he sends me something that doesn't even need to be edited.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I'm like, technology's not my friend.
No, oh God, it isn't either. I lost all my emails. I couldn't even get my emails on the phone. I had to bring one of our gurus in. I'm looking straight at the end of the building here. Danny Formaggio, who's one of our salesmen. They all call me Pup because I'm the oldest fart in here. But when I need,
that's not what they really call you.
They probably call me a lot of other bad names too. But
can't say that
right.
on there.
Yeah, the technology. I'm with you, buddy. It's so far above my head, right, Joe? The same way, or are you one of those?
I'm thinking about yesterday when you called Dan in. And
you were there.
He's shaking his head like, this guy's unreal.
Yeah.
You're right. And it took him a while.
All he had to do was push him. Yeah, because you push so many buttons that you shouldn't have pushed.
That's right. I shut so many things down.
He had to redo everything.
Oh, my God. It was terrible. or I couldn't even respond to emails. If I had somebody, I could be in Bensalem or Northampton, wherever I am. Hey, geez, I got to get back to the office to see if somebody is responding and communicate with me. Not good. But now, my grandson over there, he helped me, But no, it's
2-year-old grandchild could help you nowadays.
That's for sure. The grandkids come up, they know everything about the phones.
That's what I do.
Yeah. All they want to know is, Poppy, what is your what's your password, Poppy? And I lose my phone for
Well,
maybe
they know
an hour.
that now, too.
Oh, yeah.
And they also ask for bank account numbers. Got it all now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a 4-year-old myself, and he doesn't know how to do many things. But as soon as you give him the phone, he goes to town, knows how to go on YouTube, and next you know, I hear things in German and Japanese, and I'm like, how did you even get here?
Yeah. It's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're listening to Matt Allen, the Director of Veteran Services here on WBCB. Joe Saffron. Joe, not that we're finished with Matt, let's talk a little bit about the April 15th trip, and then obviously we get a few minutes, and then we'll come back, talk to Matt.
I'll tell you one thing, is still, even though they have their iPads and whatever
That's
else
another
they're
thing. Yeah, the
in the
iPad.
car, they still ask when they're going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
How long is it going to be?
That's true. That's true. So you look much more relieved, doesn't he, Matt? I mean, you were
Absolutely.
It was.
you were pale a few weeks ago. Like,
Well, it was only 9 days ago. Yeah,
Right,
it was.
yeah, 9 days.
No, it was a long road to Washington. How's that? You
it
know?
was.
It's a lot of work, Joe. You do a lot of work.
God bless
Yeah,
you.
we-
Congratulations for
Yeah,
everything.
we have a team together, so we did all right. Everything that wanted to go on didn't go on, but
Right.
nobody knew what was supposed to go on.
The element of surprise.
Exactly. So that's but everything went well down in Washington. We had a couple guys go down, fall, or stuff like that.
We did. A few headers.
But everybody came home safe
They did.
and sound, and I think they all enjoyed themselves. And there was a lot of tears, and there was a lot of
There was. Yes, there was.
a lot of thank yous.
That's the gratification we get, Matt, as you know. Joe and Charlie both serving all on the board. The gratification when people come up, and it brings tears to our eyes. We've been doing it for 12 years now, but it's just a great
I was lucky
feeling.
yesterday. Yesterday at the polls, I had a veteran come up, and he came over and he said thank you, and I said for what? And he says I said you went on the trip. What year did you go? And he says I just came back last week. He says, I just want to thank you. I can't thank you enough. He had tears and the whole bit, and
Sure.
he was, very thankful. They didn't get the welcome home when they should have back 50 years ago. And even the Korean guys and the World War II guys, they really didn't get a welcome home. They went
No.
back to their base, their camp, where they were. Here's your discharge papers. Go home and
Get a job.
get a job, or that was it.
That's the
So,
truth. That's the truth.
we really appreciate what they've done, and this is our way of thanking them.
Absolutely. Yeah, World War II.
We had 4 this time.
4 members.
4 members of World War II.
That's great.
1 dropped out,
Yeah.
but we had 4 World War II guys. I think we had 9 Korean veterans, and Korean veterans are
They're up there in age.
They're up.
Their
They're
80s.
89, 90, in their
Yeah.
90s now.
Yes. And many of them served. Some of them served in World War II and then went right into the Korean War. Some of them.
Yeah. But we had four of them. That was like a couple of years we couldn't get any, and now we got 4. And I think hopefully we'll get some again next year.
I took the film. It took 12 minutes, but it was 12 minutes of just exhilaration when we watched the Marine Corps drill team. Matt, was that phenomenal?
It was
or what?
amazing. Amazing.
Totally. They looked like robots out there. I mean, they're in such sequence.
I wouldn't want to be the guy that dropped the rifle.
Oh, I was
No.
afraid. Was that done? And I like to think that it was done on purpose so that they can show if there's an infallibility what the sergeant walking by does. But I think it was a mistake. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
shame.
I'm sure. Yeah, I had 2 World War II vets on my bus, and the one was 99 years old, and I'm pretty sure he got around better than I did.
Is that amazing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he could still run.
Oh my God.
In the end of the day, he wasn't
Exhausted.
A little exhausted.
he had I think he had a chair at the end of the day.
Did he?
Yeah, there was 2. The one I don't know if he would ever need. He could probably bench 350.
Well, some of them
Yeah,
guys are
some are
very,
powerful.
they're in
Yeah.
good shape.
Yeah, they're in great shape. It's unbelievable. You're listening to 1490 Let's Go Places, where we bring shows that are of importance to you. Our special guest today, guests plural. I don't know if we should count you as a special guest. You're like part of the family now, Joe. You come in, you sit
I'm
down.
here so much up here.
I mean, Bill
I should
Redner.
get a paycheck from
Yeah.
Paul.
And Bill Redner brings in treats for you as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's great.
Somebody has to pay for breakfast.
Yeah, that's true. Special guest Matt Allen. Matt's going to become one of the pieces of woodwork around here too. We're
Yeah.
going to have some special shows that I know you would love to put together as you're bringing out today. But it's just good, informative talk, so that you see what's happening around in Bucks County. It's an exciting county and full of activity. My good friend, who's the district attorney, keeps the place safe. Our police officers that keep all the areas safe. It's a good county to live. You should be moving up here, Charlie.
I should.
One of these
I
days.
should.
But we'll return after a few words from our sponsors. Let's Go Places. See you in a little bit.
It's a new year at Team Toyota, and we're still here for you. With new Toyota models arriving weekly with no markups above MSRP. And with selection. With over 200 certified Toyotas and used cars for every budget. You can drive one home today. And with service. Check out our seasonal specials that will save you time and money. So happy New Year. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills, or at teamtoyota.net.
Opinions matter, and so does yours. Hi, I'm Joe Fabrizi, inviting you to join us every Monday at 1 p.m. for Opinions Matter, right here on 1490 AM WBCB. Opinions Matter is now live streamed at WBCB1490.com. We want to hear from you, because your opinion does matter.
Hey, this is Jonesy. Kick off your Thursday and Friday evenings in style. Join me for an eclectic freeform mix of the hits and beyond. It's a happening, a musical journey. It's the Glenn Jones Radio Experience, right here on 1490 WBCB and 107.3 FM, Thursday and Friday, 5 to 6 p.m., directly following the legendary Jerry Blavitt. Radio, the way it ought to be.
WBCB is now on your FM dial at 107.3. Serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer counties since 1958, you can now listen to all of your BCB favorites crystal clear on 107.3 FM. A new age for WBCB on a new frequency, 107.3.
All right, it's focus time. We still have a lot more to share with you with Matt Allen, the Director of Veteran Services here in Bucks County. Joe Saffron, the Chairman of the Bucks County Tour of Honor. Charlie Esposito, who sits on the board now with the Tour of Honor. And I'm your host, Tom Mellon. Proud to say that I've been sitting on the board as well for, for 12 years now. It's been a great ride. What encouraged, motivated, brought you to realizing, hey, I want to take the reins, put a good team together, and continue this crusade where we can, until every veteran receives it, take the Tour of Honor?
11 years ago, I was at Ann's Choice, a retirement community up in Warminster.
Yes.
And I was there to speak on the veteran ID program, excuse me, that we started in the county. And which I think we're going to
Matt's going to
revive.
talk about it, yeah.
Me and Matt are going to try to bring it back to life in the county.
That's great.
Probably more details will be coming on that towards the end of May and June. But I was there to speak on that. And before I got up to talk, there was a presentation by a group called Honor Flight, which is out of Chester area, Chester, Delaware County area. And they presented what they do. And then after I'm watching this, I'm saying, how am I going to, how can I follow this?
Yeah.
This is,
Yeah.
unreal. So I get up and, and the guys in Warminster that were up in Warminster, probably most of them are probably have passed by now. And I get up there and I start talking, and they didn't want to hear what I had to say. All they wanted to know is, why can't we have that in Bucks County? So I just said,
It's time.
Well, I looked at them. I said, all right, I'll look into it. And they say, yeah, you guys always say you're going to look into things, like being a political person and everything. You're going to look into it. And I said, no, I promise. I will look into it. I went back into my office the next day, and I looked at Christine
Ferrara. Christine Ferrara.
Yeah, and I told her, we're going to do an honor flight. And then she looked at it. She looked it up and everything. She says, what, are you out of your mind? And I said, no, seriously.
Right.
Yeah, well, yeah, probably, right, yeah. So we looked into it, and we started it. We went and we talked to the group called Honor Flight Philadelphia, and we worked with them for a couple of years, and then after that, we just decided that, we raised the money, we did all this. We wanted to do things a little different than what they do. We wanted to bring we wanted our police departments involved. We wanted our schools involved. Because we bring, as you know, we bring the children in from the different schools, and we take them to Washington with us.
Oh,
and
my God. What a great inroad
and
that
we,
was.
We take the police to Washington with us.
Yes.
We take our own.
Yes.
Trying to get police down in Washington is like,
That's still incredible to me.
They go all the way down with us now. They take it, and they don't have any problems with the state
Not
police from
whatsoever.
Maryland or Delaware or Washington. National Park Police, let's not even go there. But they don't give them any trouble and everything like that.
Right.
And when they go down there, as you know, they scope out the whole trip and everything before we even go.
Yes.
Lieutenant Bush in Ben Salem, he's usually the coordinator of the
Yes.
him and Bill McVeigh, and the mayor is always on board.
Instrumental.
I don't really even go to him anymore. I go right to Bill McVeigh.
Bill,
and
what a great guy.
And talk to him and Lieutenant Bush, and they set the whole thing up.
The whole thing up for us.
And so we did all that on our own, and that's now they can't, promise made, promise kept. That's basically what it was, and we've been doing it for 11 years now. Things have changed. Christine retired to be with her grandkids.
Of course.
Well, I should say grandchild.
Grandchild.
I don't want to put any more on them yet. But we miss her. She was, and but we got to keep moving on. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to see it fold.
No.
We put too much time, too much effort into it, and now we have we got a pretty good. We're almost full for next year already.
Wow. That's amazing when you think about it. Yeah, between the waiting list.
We took 200 guys down. Well, we had 200 registered, and we are restricted in Washington now. But see what happened when we got down there. You noticed this year, they let the 5 buses into the cemetery.
They did.
They told us you're only allowed to have 4 in there, but they let the 5th one come in too.
Yeah.
So it really isn't, the rule, because it's who at the but I don't want to take 5 down next year.
And then get hauled in.
Yeah, right. Well, that's what happened the year before.
Yeah.
They said you can only take 4. So but the kids, the ROTC kids, again, that's another thing where
splendid.
We have ROTC programs in Bucks County. I think there's only 2, Pennsbury and Ben Salem.
Yeah.
And then we Muhlenberg, I think it is, the high school. They're ROTC comes.
Yes.
They're Air Force, I think. Yeah, they're Air Force, and so is Pennsbury, and Colonel Church is Marine ROTC.
What a phenomenal job.
And they do a phenomenal job. Try to get the old guard down there to come out and do it's not easy.
No,
so
it's not. It's hard work.
But it's trying to you put most of the guys down there, the departments that once you get to the officer in charge of the unit that we have to get, once you get to them, it's taken care of.
Sure.
It's getting to them. And I made some connections at the Pentagon where these guys give me information and put me in touch with the right people.
Exactly.
And everything. So you deal directly with like the
Powers to be.
the drill team, the Marine Corps drill team.
Oh, that was phenomenal.
I was dealing with Captain Jones, who's in. That's his unit.
That's
you know,
his baby.
That's his platoon that had to be. So nice dealing right with him. Everything was cool, and then he even got me the colonel, and he got this. Things. So it's once you get into it. The Air Force, they kind of stuck us, but that's all right.
Yeah, we'll get even with
I
them.
told him, I said, it's all right. The Marines are taking care of us.
Oh, create that competition, right, Matt?
No comment.
No, that's true. Matt, we were talking about the Veteran ID discount program. How do you see that for the future? How some of the things that can improve and.
So, speaking on Ann's Choice, veterans are. They have no filter, and
Okay.
we'll tell you how it is. I learned that the hard way. But with the Veterans Program, ID program, when Joe started it up, it was an actual physical ID that was taken of the veteran, and then there's over 1,000 different businesses in Bucks County and some outside of Bucks County that participate in this Veterans ID discount program that gives discounts 5%, 10%, whatever. To the veteran if they present this ID card. From what was told to me is that the ID machine has broken and it costs too much money to get it fixed. So now it's essentially just a business card with the veteran's name on it. We laminate it, I initial it, and that holds the value of the veteran ID card. My goal is to revamp it and get the ID picture back up and running with the assistance of Joe, and try to get it back to where it was before, and try to get more businesses involved in it.
Sure.
I don't know if the current list is up to date, but my goal is to reach out to those businesses and more businesses to get that up and running.
A lot of the big houses like Lowe's and Home Depot, are they on board?
So.
They're on board for veterans.
There's a big story behind all that.
Really?
But it's not. You don't want to. I don't want to alienate them because Matt wants to get it started again. We'll see what we can. I got some ideas how we can raise the money to get it done.
Sure.
If we raise the money or we help him raise the money through the tour or something like that,
of
we
course.
can. Then. The commissioners might look a little more favorably on it.
Well, that's what we hope for. Because
so
they're all fixed income. Many of the veterans are on fixed income, so this would be a delight for them economically.
I still have my old card. I still have my card. I got it a long time when they first started doing it.
We gave them out. We didn't. Because you didn't live in Bucks County, if you were a veteran, because we had stores in Montgomery County that put it in there. Because we even had a booklet we issued,
which is great.
And every veteran got it. And there's ways of doing it, and there's ways of raising money. And Matt and I were going to sit down. He was talking to me back in March about it, and I said, "Listen, please,
not the time.
Let's get the tour done.
Let me get the tour done first, and then we can get on. We can get on to that. But no, I would love to see it back and brought back.
Oh, that would be great.
Joe lost all of his hair on the day of the Tour of Honor. Now it's all grown back.
It's a hairpiece. It's a hairpiece that's on there now.
The one thing that I want to add to the Veterans ID program is the spouses of the veterans. They're going to, although they didn't serve, but they technically did serve. My wife is someone who puts up with my shenanigans.
A sweetheart. Really. We met her down at the banquet for the Southeastern Police Chiefs.
Yeah, and she, anytime I go away, she has to run through getting the kids to daycare, doing breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And it's still working.
Sure.
And sometimes, I mobilized in 2019, and I was going for about a year and a half before I came back. And when I came back, I was still recovering from an injury I sustained, and I was on a scooter and doing everything on a scooter, not being able to get up steps, and having a 1-year-old who I missed essentially the first year of his entire life. So me now being a new father to a 1-year-old, I didn't know what I was doing. first day I watched him, he rode his little tractor off the steps.
Oh, Jesus.
He was okay. He was okay.
Yeah.
But I was trying to do too many things, and cooking eggs, taking care of the dog, and trying to watch him. I wasn't balancing too well.
Right.
So
Well,
I call CPS when
he's fine. He's fine.
Yeah.
No bruises.
and they all say that,
It's an
buddy. They all say that.
it's
And
an
the wives,
experience.
the wives have to worry.
Yeah.
That's so much more when their spouse is away. Not wives. It could be either way. They have to worry all that time. You know, that's a burden on them alone. Not to mention everything else that goes with it.
Yeah, absolutely. There's many service members in this community that don't make it home.
Yeah.
And getting that knock and seeing 2 service members at your door, getting that notification is tough. And the families worry the entire time they're away. Until they come home, they're worrying.
Sure.
Of course.
And to make light of it, my wife I don't know if she knows how to cut grass or just doesn't choose to, but my grass was getting pretty long. So that was another worry that she had to do.
Right. My goodness. You're listening to Matt Allen, the Director of Veteran Services here in Bucks County. Joe Saffron, the Chair for the Bucks County Tour of Honor. Charlie Esposito, the President of our retired Philadelphia Police, Fire, and Correctional Officers. Yes. We always say correctional
Please
officers.
say it right.
Yeah, say it right.
I don't want no more phone calls.
No, it's not prison guards. It's correctional officers. We made that, that reversion there.
Yeah.
It's, but a little bit more. Bree, how much time do we have when we come back? About 13 minutes. Still a little more information that we'll be disseminating out to you, our listeners, on WBCB 1490 and 107.3 on the FM dial. I'm Tom Mellon. Don't go anywhere. We'll return after a few moments.
It's a new year at Team Toyota, and we're still here for you. With new Toyota models arriving weekly with no markups above MSRP. And with selection. With over 200 certified Toyotas and used cars for every budget, you can drive one home today. And with service. Check out our seasonal specials that will save you time and money. So Happy New Year. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills, or at teamtoyota.net.
WBCB is now on your FM dial at 107.3. Serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer counties since 1958, you can now listen to all of your BCB favorites crystal clear on 107.3 FM. A new age for WBCB on a new frequency, 107.3.
Are you a parrot head? Not that kind. That's more like it. If you're this kind of parrot head, don't forget to check out the Denny-O Polka Show every Saturday from 9 a.m. to noon right here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
WBCB is now on your FM dial at 107.3. Serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer counties since 1958, you can now listen to all of your BCB favorites crystal clear on 107.3 FM. A new age for WBCB on a new frequency, 107.3.
We're back to you. Let's Go Places now resumes for the next 13 minutes. It's the greatest show on earth, when we do the shows. I know there's a lot of other good shows on the station, but we want you to listen to us, most importantly. It's a little jab at for
They
some
learn stuff on
competition.
this show.
Of course they do. They learn words and all
Yeah.
that.
I
Still trying to come up with the greatest show on
Greatest
earth.
show on earth. Well, listen, I feel good about this show.
Well, I do too.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
On Earth,
That's a little too high.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about Lower Bucks County?
Lower Bucks County. Greatest show in Lower
Northern
Bucks County.
Hemisphere.
With the host of Tom and Charlie,
Oh, my God.
I have to agree with Tom here.
Thank you, buddy.
Okay.
Guys, see that?
No,
The
yeah, I-
support
Checks
that
in
we
the
get.
mail.
Yeah,
That's right.
But I don't know. Do we go that far?
I know we might someday.
Oh,
What do you think,
okay.
Bree? We can expand eventually. I don't know about Chow. What do you think? Maybe we can expand a little bit.
Sure. Yeah, whatever you say.
Did you say trucks in the mail?
The check. Yeah, the truck.
The truck's in the mail. That's going to be.
What happened to what's it called? The truck. The sheriff.
He must have bought it because
Yeah.
it's not here anymore.
God, I'm so
I
bad
need,
with
I need to
names.
call him. Fred Herron.
Fred Herron, yeah.
Oh.
Freddie boy.
He
Fred?
bought
No.
these trucks.
He
No.
looked at every
Oh.
time he came in. He looked at the same truck.
Yeah, he's always.
I've
looking-
always looked at the same truck
Yeah.
too.
He was
I
always.
tell
Yeah.
Tom, "Can you get it down or what?"
Yeah. He's always looking for a donation.
Yeah.
You know. I said, Fred, maybe one of these days, you know, but it's not today.
Yeah.
But I want to also thank Bill McVeigh that you pointed out the work, the instrumental efforts that take place with our police forces in Ben Salem and many of the other townships as well. But Bill McVeigh, who's the president of the Southeastern Police Chiefs Association, great guy, smart. He has risen to perfection where he needs to be right now, and a great leader, love bringing him on the show. He has a lot of talent and a lot of good information to share. What's going on in Ben Salem, which is, I think, one of the biggest. See if I'm right saying this right. One of the biggest townships in Bucks County, Ben Salem.
I think it's the
Yeah,
biggest.
It's the
It might
biggest
be.
township.
It might be.
Population-wise and everything, yeah, it's the biggest.
I was astounded when he told me, Tom, there's over 1 million people that come through Ben Salem every day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Parks,
you got
Parks
90,
Casino right there.
95, you got the Turnpike, you got US 1, you
Yes.
got Street Road.
A tremendous burden, but not burden, but responsibility that he has.
No, he's got a good force there. Again, his men were with us on that
All the
trip.
way.
We got to reach out to the Middletown.
Middletown Township,
was
Joe
with-
Barbarilla.
And
Joe, thank you for your help.
Warrington was there. Northampton went
Northampton.
down to. They went down in cars.
Yes,
in
they did.
Northampton
Quakertown
Township.
as well.
Quakertown was there. Richland Township all the
Richland.
way from up the upper end.
Yes.
And others, Bristol was there.
I was about to say Bristol was there as well.
Bristol,
Thank you to all of the townships.
Yeah, I'm sorry for starting and naming.
No,
but
I'm glad you did.
it
We
was
can't not.
Newtown.
Yeah, Newtown was there.
Yes.
Yeah. John
But-
Hearn is the chief out there.
You just, you start naming one and then you're
You
going to
gotta
miss one. But,
remember them
there
all.
was,
Yeah,
I wish I brought the list.
Yeah,
but,
we'll get punched in the nose.
But there were so many of them. Yeah.
And how about our veteran motorcycle clubs?
The Warriors Watch. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Tom Jones, he did a great job.
He did
again.
a great job as well.
Oh, the Sheriff's Department. Was
Fred
there.
Herron's
Fred's,
Sheriff's Department.
Montgomery County Sheriff Department was there, too.
That's right. Let loose, baby.
They
Let them all
they
out,
they
right?
had escorted veterans in from Montgomeryville and Harleysville.
Right.
That came down for the tour.
Right.
There was
And
a-
let's not forget all the volunteers we
Oh,
have at Park.
Let's not forget Philadelphia's Highway Patrol.
Oh yeah, let's not forget that.
Highway Patrol did a good job.
I mean,
as
see,
well.
you start going.
I mean the all the volunteers we had at Park.
Oh,
the
God.
all the wives.
Your
welcome home
son,
was
your
amazing.
son.
Yeah,
your
my son was out there
Matty
holding up traffic. He's in
holding up
highway.
traffic and all. And
Oh,
you
yeah.
see all these ramps being held at busy times and saluting as well as the buses come by.
Well,
It
not
raises down
everybody was saluting at us. There was
No?
some people with a little.
A different kind of
They
salute.
had another salute.
Yeah.
They were holding them up.
Nah, I
Yeah.
didn't see any. I didn't see any. of
Nah,
that.
I
didn't see
no.
that either.
Them guys are
Stop it.
people.
Charlie.
People were very. A
Yeah,
lot
they're
of them
good.
people were out with the.
The minute they know what it
with their-
is, they change their attitude.
I heard yesterday. I heard a story when I was at the poll. The guy, he says his name, Bob Kelly from Fox.
Oh yeah,
Fox.
he's down the shore all the time now.
Yeah, he was. They seen us going down 95 and they didn't know what was going
What
on
was going
because
on?
you had, plus they had 20 some police cars and everybody
Right.
with lights and everything going. What's going on 95?
Wow.
So they finally found out what it was, and
Right.
then somebody.
Helicopter involved too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
the chopper from aviation in
And
Philadelphia.
so they found out what was
Another
going
shout
on.
out.
That's
and
another
they-
shout out, Matt. You're right.
And they even said it was the Bucks County Tour of Honor. So we got a little plug in there from Fox.
There's there's a rarity of the ostrich syndrome, as they call it, where people have their heads in the sand and don't know what's going on. Most people are aware by publication, and we get it out on the news
We
as
get
well.
it out as much as we can.
Action
and then
News.
let's not forget the volunteer fire companies.
Oh my
too.
God, yeah.
They put up
Another shout out.
Another shout out.
You
yeah.
know, the volunteers that came up with, they come out
Draping
and
the flags.
drape the flags, the garrison flags along Street Road and in
Right.
parks. Let's not forget the
Parks
Parks
Casino.
Casino. Let's not forget the
Yeah.
Kiwanis.
We could be here all day.
They put the
Yeah.
flags. They put the flags up. All the American flags around the parks. People say, "Why are they putting flags up?" It's
It's amazing.
but now people find out why it's for.
That
All right.
welcome home is amazing.
Isn't that incredible?
Yeah. It
Joe
is a
Gall.
sight.
Yeah, Joe Gall, who's a close friend of mine, as you know, he is the inventor of the Safety Blue Alert product. We'll be talking with him about that on many shows, how it's going to save lives. But Joe was on the tour, and he was just startled. He couldn't believe the reception, the respect, and the organization down in Washington and then coming back. I kept telling him, there's another surprise. There's another surprise. And he couldn't believe it. Mail call was, well, we don't
Mail
want to
call-
say too
no,
much.
Yeah.
That's our.
Let's
that's our.
let's keep it
That's
a
our
secret.
race in a hole.
Mail call is probably one of the most emotional
Emotional
times of the trip and everything.
It really is.
The people have no idea what mail call is.
And the work behind it,
Oh.
but the participation as well, Matt. Joe will tell you.
Anybody that didn't get their mail call,
They,
we have it.
yeah.
We
Thank you.
probably have it. I shouldn't say we have it. We probably have 95 to 94, 98% of it. They're going to be mailed out. So don't
Don't be upset.
you know,
It's going to happen.
I'm not going to do it today because I just had a grandson
Congratulations.
born last night.
You didn't
and
tell us.
I didn't get a chance to.
Okay.
Told me.
Yeah, wow.
She
Yeah,
was
Matt
8
knows.
centimeters the last time I checked.
Where are
No,
the,
Right.
where are the cigars?
I didn't. It just happened.
Just
You know,
found
it
out.
happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I won't be doing that today. So
No.
I got other things.
Big celebration.
But I'll get the mail. We'll get the mail call out. And,
My son Tommy has, and Margie, my daughter-in-law, they're expecting May 13th. The grandchild number 7. We don't know. We don't want it
I
to
got
be a
you. I
surprise.
got you. This is
Amateur.
9. This
You
is
got
number
nine?
9. This is number 9.
15
15.
and great grandchild.
Oh my
God bless you.
God, isn't
God
that
bless you.
incredible?
I,
See what you
Love
have to
'em.
look forward to, Matt. I
I'm
mean,
2 and done.
Yeah.
2 and done. There you go.
Uh,
But you'll be a grandparent
Yeah.
someday.
God, just
Hopefully
like
in
It's
30
a
years
great.
from now.
Don't be in a rush, but it's a
Yeah.
great feeling.
Yeah.
It really is.
it's,
I just wanted to be done daycare and then slow down.
Yeah. That's a
it.
daycare.
No, it never
it
ends.
doesn't end.
We're
Never
still
stops.
daycaring our old sergeant.
Yeah, they
Never,
take
it
over.
doesn't end,
Yeah.
so don't think it's going to
Yeah.
end.
Yeah. Yeah,
They
no,
take over the phone.
No, don't end,
I'll
buddy.
tell you my cost off air.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
No, I know what it is. I know
Have you
what it
see
is.
some of the high school tuitions? I think Holy Cross is like $25,000
For high school?
for high school.
Tom Wiegand's 12.5 right now.
Yeah,
Is it now?
$12,000 for high school.
It's getting out of proportion.
Yeah.
It really is. We just approved in the House $96 billion for these wars that are going on. We need to get some allocations for education as well. I mean,
Oh, a lot of
it's-
things.
it's a
Or
spoiled,
homeless.
and
there's,
homeless
There's
as
about
well.
10 homeless veterans in the community right now.
Isn't that terrible?
Yeah.
Next show, we'll talk. Remind me to talk about Klondike. That's a hell of a story. I think I told you, Joe, about it. I told you.
Yeah, you,
But we don't have
you
enough
tell
time.
me everything, yeah.
Yeah, I do, but we don't have enough time. But it's about a
Really?
homeless veteran. But we're coming to the end. Matt, you promise you'll be coming back, right?
Of course.
Yeah, we'll have many more things to talk about. Joe, you're part of the woodwork.
You
so
just called me.
yeah, you call. We call Joe Mr. Old Faithful. He always
We'll have
shows up.
breakfast next time.
Yeah, we will.
Oh,
We'll try to have him come
yeah.
down for breakfast.
Yeah,
It's-
we
Alright.
like to have
take you over to the
breakfast.
coffee cup. It's a good spot.
The old coffee cup.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I'm
a
a
good
Langhorne
spot,
guy
isn't it?
myself,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a great
But
spot.
when we walk in, the waitress fringes, you'll,
Yeah.
you'll
That's where I took the general. Let's not forget the Pennsylvania.
Oh my God! Yeah,
the generals
exactly.
that came in, and that's where I took the general for breakfast.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was,
You're right.
Yeah.
Well, we're at the close of our show. Let's Go Places, sponsored by Paul Muller here at Team Toyota in Langhorne. I hope that we thanked everyone. We may have missed a few, but we have other shows to thank people as well. So we didn't forget. It's just a certain amount of limited time, right, Matt, that we
Absolutely.
can get these congrats out. But there's no I in team. It's a big network of people that provide assistance and want to see the pleasures and the admiration and the accolades that our veterans deserve. And that's one of the big purposes that Joe continues to to get this have this program continue. Charlie Esposito, myself, Matt Allen. We want to thank you for our show today. As I say at the end of all my shows, we thank you. Please stay alert, stay alive out there, stay safe. Don't text while you drive. And most importantly, God bless America.